are involved in climate change because of our main objective of working on poverty reduction in the Horn. And we were in the Horn of Africa for the last, 15 years, working on sustainable development. Things have started changing, particularly around agriculture, around water for irrigation, for example. If water is not in the river, there is nothing to irrigate. So for the last 5 years, really, Oxfam and the community it supports are really in a very, very difficult situation because of the change in climate. That means our community became more vulnerable to all kinds of shocks. I mean, and then we had consecutive droughts in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in Kenya. The environment is really changing. Instead of having, 3 months of rain, now we only have 4 weeks of rain. And this rain is also, like it's a flash, just rains and disappears and makes, the soil, exposes soil for erosion and for different kinds of erosion, wind erosion or, flood erosion. So then it becomes apparent, it becomes a must for us, to engage or involve ourselves and our community towards addressing the issue of climate change. And we created a National Climate Change Forum where the community, where the voice of the poor can be heard. What is really their concern? What is really their expectation? How should the government really, look into their problem so that they can incorporate into the policy of the government? So it is, after all, becomes a policy issue, either in energy or in agriculture, whatever, finally. So now we have a big movement, for example, in Ethiopia, where, the communities are talking about climate change and telling their leaders that they have to, negotiate quite straight, stand boldly and talk, their voice. So this is what's happening really now. I'm glad to tell you that Africa is now, about 51 countries are speaking in one voice. Just one voice is representing Africa. So that voice is going to be shared at the Copenhagen. And for us, that voice is clear. It is about adaptation. It is about, investment on adaptation. It is about getting, resources coming from developed countries for adaptation. Copenhagen will be difficult because of interest, and we hope that the result will be positive. But Africa is really asking more, more than $75 billion to go for only adaptation.